Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to another beautiful Thursday. How you doing today? Welcome Abatagudosi. Welcome Oriyomi, Queen Oriyomi. How are you today? How are you guys doing today? Thank you so much for joining me. I came a little bit late. I had to quickly do one or two things. So how are you today, Queen Oriyomi and King Albert? Let's go and hit our share button as we, go through today's very simple teachings, but I have something valuable to discuss with you. Something that is very informative, something that will help you and I, something that is going to help every Nigerian, something that's going to help every African. So I'll be starting irrespective of, I'm sure people will come up soon and watch it later on, so that I don't take much of your time. So today's title is, Let Us Build Africa Together. Let us build Africa together. That's what we are discussing about today. Welcome, King Oyewumi Sonepalo Afolabi. So good to see you. Queen Gift, thank you so much for joining me. How are you, Queen Gift? Welcome, Anita Asemota. By the way, Anita, I love the way you write. I wanted to write it directly to you yesterday, but the way you write is very profound. I love the way you put your writing and when you put it on Facebook. So today, welcome, Benkakutelu. Let me go straight and people will join us. So I'll be talking about let us build Africa together. That's what I want to talk about today. And like you know, a lot has been going on right now in Africa, Nigeria, and some other places all around the world. But majorly in Nigeria, there's been a lot going on, especially we have so many of us that have been coming up to question things. We have people that are coming up to actually speak the truth. They've been questioning how things work. They've been questioning the status quo, what has been in existence. So if we have that coming up, therefore we must have things we need to begin to do. The truth is, some of the people we have in the ends of affairs, I don't think some of them are ready to do anything. Some people are not ready to do anything. Some people love the slave mentality. Some people love to keep control other people. So if you have such things, then the people who know the truth and knows the value of truth needs to come up with strategies. They need to come up with plans. They need to come up with deliberate actions of how to actually save the situation, salvage the situation. And the number one thing is, how do we build Africa together? How do you and I, how do we actually have the Africa of our dream? If you're from Nigeria, you're from Congo, you're from Zimbabwe, wherever you're from. But the first thing I think you and I need to identify is, what exactly are you passionate about? What exactly are you passionate about in Africa, in Nigeria, for example? What area, what sector do you feel that if you come in, is going to solve a lot of things? What area are you looking at? So as soon as you find out what area, what sector, is it the educational sector? Is it the health sector? Is it the banking sector? Is it the manufacturing sector? Is it the trade sector? Depending on the sector that you feel that you love. As soon as you identify that, that is a very good step for you. That's a very good thing for you to do. Is it about family? Is it when it comes to building strong? Family is an institution. And if the family in a society is weak, I can tell you that society will be very weak. You are going to see a lot of atrocities going on in such societies. So as soon as you find out what exactly sector you want to work on, the next thing you need to do is start making research. Start getting knowledge, get books, go on the internet and find out what that sector is all about. Find out what that sector is. So number one, I said, find something you are passionate about. Two, start making research on what area that you want to exactly impact in your environment, in your country. So research simply means that educating your mind, being knowledgeable about that particular task, being knowledgeable about that particular project, being knowledgeable about what project you want to lay your hands on. So as soon as you start making research, it simply means that, and research also involves, for example, if you say you want to work on educational sector for kids, you must find out what it costs to put kids back into school. You must find out what it costs to put clothes, uniforms on kids, on their body. You must find out what it is for them to have textbooks. You must find out those nitty-gritties, the finances of what it takes to actually have a very sound project. Is very, very important. Then number three, one other thing you need to start doing as soon as you already know that you've done your research. Number three is come up with a strategy. Come up with a strategy. How do you want to actually reach out to these people? You can call you and your friends together. Welcome, LBC Radio, my good friend. How are you doing today? So good to see you. So you can call you and your friends together. If you have friends within the same circle, you guys have the same kind of mindset. You guys know that you really want to make things happen in your country. You guys know that you want to solve the problems in your country. You guys should sit down at the round table and talk. How would you guys come up with a strategy to salvage some situations back home? For example, as I speak with you, Arams, Abidemi, something like Dr. Arams. If you check on Facebook, you're going to see his page. Is one thing I heard him talk about today is raising for is looking for people that would give $1 each. That's 1 million people that will give $1 each. That is $1 million. And one of the things he wants to use it for is, right now we have slavery, physical slavery going on in Libya, and some of them are being deported back to their various countries. So when these people get back to their countries, what would they be doing? Know that some of them are not equipped enough to actually make their life meaningful. Some of them are not equipped enough to have a sound life. So such funds will be used to help to actually put people back on their feet. Such funds will be used to help to actually let people know that they are very valuable in their lives. That's a strategy, and that's a very profound strategy. So that's very important. Come up with your strategy, how you want to salvage the situation. Welcome, Wilson. Welcome, Dr. Anila. So good to see you. Then number 4, get to work. As soon as you find out the strategy of how you actually want to solve the problem in your country, I'm passionate about Nigeria actually because I'm a Nigerian. Every day I tell God and I also tell myself I've got to do something back home. It's very important for every Nigerian and every African at large. So get to work. Get to work. Once you find out what exactly you want to do, get to work. Put your hands on deck. Work if it's possible for you to work 24/7 to achieve your dreams, to actually put smiles on people's face, to actually bless humanity. Trust me, it's worth every bit of it. Get some good sleep, which is very important. But as soon as you find out what you want to solve, you have your strategy, you've done your research, you put all these logistics in place, get to work. Work very hard at it. Work so hard until you see your project become a success. And number 5, one other thing I want you to know is as you execute so many projects back home, you must try to document it properly. You must do a proper documentation. And also one other thing I want to put is, even if you have a project, one thing you should have at the back of your mind is that your project must be excellently done. You must put in cross all the T's and dot all the I's. Even if it's a project just because you are not charging for it, you are not charging people for it, it must be excellently done. That means that's where the research comes in. That's when you doing your own due diligence. Me doing my own due diligence is very important. So number 5, I said document it properly. So Part of what you also be in your strategy is that how do you want to document it, do videos, take pictures of what you are doing, document it is very, very important. Then welcome Feruza Osman, so good to see you. How are you today? So number 6, if your plan does not go through, guess what? Refire. Sit down, plan again and refire. Sit down, plan and refire. Sit down, plan and refire. Sometimes things don't go the way you and I actually plan about it. So as soon as it doesn't go through, you sit down and look at it. Okay, what else do we need to do? How do we need to go? What area do we need to focus on? So don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't let the fear of failure stop you from helping people. Don't let the fear of failure stop you from blessing people's lives. Don't let the fear of failure stop you from blessing humanity at large. So if your plan does not go through, refire. Put the plan back up and keep blessing people. And let me let you know something. Even if you cannot do a large scale of whatever you want to do, start with one person. Start with one person's life. Start with one person's family. Start with paying someone's school fees. Start with putting food on someone's table. Start with doing something meaningful. Life is not life if we cannot bless someone. Life is not life if I cannot put smile on someone's face. Life is not a life if I cannot use my words to actually make things happen, positive things happen in people's lives. So that is very important also. Then the last point I want to share with you, which is very important, is that no matter what happens, speak the truth. No matter what happens, speak the truth. When good people keep quiet, evil prevail in the society. When good people keep quiet, evil prevail in the environment. Especially when you know the truth. And something about people who know the truth is that they can't keep quiet, because my Bible tells me that the truth will set you free. Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't keep quiet, especially when you find out that people are controlling other people. When you find out that people are actually making people less valuable. People are actually making people less human, less of human. When you find out such things, you got to speak up. I got to speak up for what is right. Stand up for the truth, no matter what. Whether you and I like it or not, darkness cannot stand truth. Darkness can never stand truth. When you see truth coming, when darkness sees truth coming, the darkness goes to hide. For example, if I put up a light bulb in the room, under the bed will still be dark. But you are going to see light everywhere. That's how darkness is. Once truth comes up, darkness will disappear. It won't totally disappear, but it goes into hide. So darkness cannot stand light. Darkness can never stand light, no matter what happens. So stick to the truth, speak the truth until people are liberated, and share as much as possible. Also speak about what is going on in Libya. Enough of Africans becoming slaves in other countries. Enough of Africans leaving their countries in order just because they want to go in another country to have a better life. It is time for us to build our countries. It is time for us to build our countries. Take it as a responsibility and let's work on this together. So don't forget the points I gave you. I'll quickly run down with it. Number 1, identify what exactly you are passionate about. That's the first thing you need to do. As soon as you do that, number 2, make a research of what that your passion is. A coincidence research, a research that is detailed, a research that covers every nitty-gritty, every hook and cranny or whatever you want to do. Number 3, come up with a strategy. You've got to sit down and come up with a strategy. You've got to sit down and come up with a strategy of how you actually want to impact people's life. But don't just do things I shouldn't just do things because I want to do it. There has to be a deliberate strategy. Number 4, get to work. Work very hard on your project. If you need to work 24/7, get some good sleep, but you got to get to work. It's very important. Number 5, document your project properly. Document your project properly. Number 6, if your plan does not go through, refire, plan again, refire, plan again until it works. And number 7, no matter what happens, speak the truth. No matter what happens, speak the truth. Thank you all for joining me. And I hope you've been able to learn something. I can so many people are actually listening to me. And my beautiful sister's wedding is coming up. It's on Saturday and she's online. Love you so much, my baby sister, Somoye Mutolani. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Henry Adebayo. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you, Queen Feruza Osman. She's presently in Nigeria. I celebrate you. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you, Dr. Anila. Thank you so much for also listening to me. It's an honor. Thank you, Wilson Olufemi, one of the best videographers I've ever seen in the world. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, my beautiful wife, Toluwa Somoye. Thank you so much. Elvis Iradia, thank you so much for listening to me. I really appreciate it. Benga Kutelu, Queen Gift, Queen Anita Asemota, I celebrate you so much. Oyewumi Sanepalo, I really thank you so much for listening to me. I'm Queen Oriyomin and Abat Agudosi. Thank you so much. And let's go and hit our share button so that so many people can listen to this. It's high time we build Africa together. And it's very, very possible. As I leave you today, I leave you today with a quote. I can't remember who said it, but it says, the people who change the world are people who are crazy enough to know that they can change the world. The people who change the world are people who believe that they are crazy enough to change the world. Thank you so much for joining me, and I had a swell time with you. Bye, and God bless. Love you so much. Bye.